Let's talk about Sarah. For years, she worked in a busy office, but her real passion was baking. Every weekend, her kitchen filled with the sweet smell of cookies, cakes, and pies. Her friends and family always told her, "Sarah, you should sell these. They're amazing." One day, she decided to listen. She was nervous, but also very excited. She wanted to start her own small baking business from home. She didn't have a lot of money to start, and she was doing this all by herself. She just wanted to see if her dream could become a real small business that made people happy with her delicious treats. Sarah started small, just as many people do. She began by taking orders from her neighbors and friends for birthday parties and special events. She created a simple page on social media to show pictures of her beautiful cakes. The orders started coming in slowly at first, then more and more. Sarah was not just the baker, she was also the person who took the orders, bought the ingredients, managed the money, and delivered the finished products. She was running the whole show from her kitchen. This simple way of starting a business all by herself is something many people choose. It felt right for her because it was easy to begin. This is the very heart of what we're talking about today, a sole proprietorship. Sarah didn't have to fill out complicated government forms or hire expensive lawyers to get started. She just started doing what she loved and earning money from it. By operating her business alone and not creating a separate legal company, she automatically became a sole proprietor. This is the most common and simplest business structure in the country. It's the path many creative people, freelancers, and new business owners take when they want to turn a skill or a hobby into a way to make a living, without a lot of fuss at the beginning. Sarah's story is a wonderful example of the American dream in action. It shows how a single person with a talent and a little bit of courage can build something of their own. Her journey from a weekend baker to a small business owner is inspiring. It highlights the freedom and simplicity that attract so many people to this business model. However, as her business grows, Sarah will face new questions and new challenges. Her story is just beginning, and it's a journey that we will explore together, looking at all the good parts and the things you need to be careful about when you decide to be your own boss. So, what exactly is a sole proprietorship? It sounds like a big official term, but the idea is actually very simple. Imagine you have a skill like fixing computers, walking dogs, writing articles. If you start offering that service to people and they pay you for it, you have started a business. If you are the only person who owns and runs that business, you are a sole proprietor. It's the most basic way to structure a business. You and your business are seen as one and the same thing. There is no legal difference between you, the person, and your business. Many people are sole proprietors and might not even realize it. Think about the freelance graphic designer who creates logos for different clients from his apartment. Or consider Maria, a single mom who starts a cleaning service on the weekends to earn extra money for her family. She buys her own supplies and schedules her own clients. Both of these individuals are running sole proprietorships. They are in complete control of their work, their schedule, the money they make. This is why it's such a popular choice for people who are just starting out or want to keep things uncomplicated. The beauty of this business type is its natural simplicity. You don't need to file any special paperwork with the state to create a sole proprietorship. It happens automatically the moment you start conducting business activities. For example, if you're a musician and you play a gig at a local coffee shop for a small fee, you are operating as a sole proprietor. There are no partners to consult, no board of directors to report to. Every decision, the name of your business, the prices you charge, is yours and yours alone. It offers a powerful sense of freedom and ownership from day one. This straightforward approach is perfect for many different kinds of people and lifestyles. Recent college graduate starting a tutoring service, retiree who wants to sell handmade jewelry, online stay-at-home parent who offers virtual assistant services. The core idea is empowerment. It gives you a path to earn income on your own terms. However, because the business and the owner are legally the same, it also comes with a unique set of responsibilities and risks. It's important to understand both sides of the story before you decide if this path is the right one for you. Now let's look at the sunny side of things. Why do so many people love being a sole proprietor? The reasons are powerful and very appealing, especially when you are just starting your journey as a business owner. The biggest draw is often the freedom it provides. You get to be your own boss in the truest sense of the word. You decide when you work, where you work, and what projects you take on. There's no one looking over your shoulder or telling you what to do. This level of control is a dream for many people who feel stuck in a traditional 9-to-5 job. Another huge plus is how easy it is to get started. While being a sole proprietor has many wonderful benefits, it's also very important to look at the challenges. This is a big one: unlimited personal liability. Because the law sees you and your business as the same thing, you are personally responsible for all of your business's debts and legal issues. This means if your business owes money to a supplier, that supplier can come after your personal assets. This could include your personal bank account, your car, or even your home. This is a significant risk that you must take very seriously before you decide to go this route. Another common struggle is that it can be difficult to raise money. Banks and investors are often hesitant to lend money to sole proprietorships. They see it as a riskier investment compared to a more formal business structure like a corporation or an LLC. They know that if something happens to you, the business might disappear. This can make it hard to get a loan to buy new equipment, expand your business, or even just get through a slow period. You often have to rely on your own personal savings, loans from friends and family, or credit cards, which can be very stressful. Then there is the weight of total responsibility. Being the boss is great, but it also means you are responsible for everything. You are the marketer, the salesperson, the bookkeeper, the customer service representative, and the janitor. It can be exhausting to wear so many hats, especially as your business grows. There's no partner to share the workload with or to bounce ideas off of when you're facing a tough decision. This can lead to burnout and can make it difficult to take a vacation or even a sick day, because if you're not working, the business isn't running. Finally, you might face some challenges with perception and business continuity. Some larger companies or clients may be hesitant to work with a sole proprietor, viewing the business as less stable or professional than a registered corporation or LLC. Also, think about what happens to the business if something happens to you. Because the business is tied directly to you, it generally cannot be sold or passed on to someone else. If you retire or pass away, the business essentially ends. This lack of continuity is a major drawback for anyone who hopes to build a lasting legacy. Now let's talk about a special number that can be very helpful for a sole proprietor: the EIN. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. Think of it like a social security number, but for a business. It's a unique 9-digit number that the IRS, the government tax agency, assigns to a business. Many people think that only big companies need an EIN, but that's not true. Even a one-person business can get one, and in some cases you might be required to have one. It's a tool that can make your business life a little easier and more professional. So when do you absolutely need an EIN as a sole proprietor? The rules are pretty clear. First, if you plan to hire any employees, even just one part-time helper, you must have an EIN. You'll need it to report their wages and handle payroll taxes. Getting an EIN is completely free and surprisingly easy. You can apply for one directly on the IRS website, and the process usually only takes a few minutes. You answer some simple questions about your business, and you will receive your EIN immediately upon completion. There's no cost and no long waiting period. It's a small step that can make a big difference. So after looking at all the different sides of the story, how do you know if a sole proprietorship is the right choice for you? This business structure is often the perfect fit for certain types of people and certain types of businesses. It is ideal for individuals who are just starting out and want to test a business idea with minimal risk and cost. Think of freelancers, consultants, and artists. People who offer a service, like a writer, a personal trainer, or a home organizer, find this structure works very well. It's also great for small, part-time businesses or hobbies that you want to turn into a source of income. The key is that these are usually low-risk businesses. If you are a graphic designer working from home, the chances of your business being sued for a large amount of money are relatively low. If your main goals are simplicity, full control, and keeping costs down at the beginning, this could be your path. However, there are clear signs that you should rethink this choice or plan to move to a different structure soon. The biggest red flag is risk. If your business has a higher risk of accidents, injury, or lawsuits, for example, a construction business or a daycare center, then the unlimited personal liability of a sole proprietorship is very dangerous. You would be putting your personal savings, home, and other assets at risk. Also, if your business plan requires you to raise money from investors or get a large bank loan, you will likely find that a sole proprietorship is not taken as seriously. Ultimately, the decision is a personal one. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Talking to a lawyer, an accountant, or a business advisor can give you clarity and confidence. They can help you look at your specific situation and guide you toward the choice that will protect you and help your dream flourish for years to come.